For day 12, to advance our tower from wooden exterior and wooden interior to a stone one, we need to mine, obviously, a lot of stone. We have branches, about 500 at this point. We have absolutely no stone. So we spent day 12 pretty much mining. There are quarrying machines that you can do to automate stone production, and we'll get to those in a bit. For day 13, now we can start building electrical stuff. We'll need some iron. So I spent that day clearing just the streets of the second city, both of zombies and of cars, trash cans, and cardboard boxes. The cardboard boxes do have some iron in them. For day 14, we raided a couple buildings. I don't have them on camera because realistically it's like 12 floors, and floors 2 through 11 are pretty much the same. That's one of the downsides of this game, is that when you see a tall building, you really don't want to go in because it's just the same thing for about 40 minutes. And the stairway, we kind of had to build a new scaffolding structure just to go upstairs while the APC's here. We haven't left with it yet because the driveway is not yet complete. You don't need this many solar generators. Realistically, you probably just want wind generators because the zombie hordes attack at night, and that's when you use your electricity. But it looks cool this way, so this is the way we have it. Our electric traps are here. And now we're back to our Raider live commentary. I have assembled plenty of digging machines. I don't remember which one of these that give clay, but I think it's this one. These should give ore, and this should give stone, limestone, and clay. This will give oil. And you can fall between these and get stuck, and you have to demolish your way out. I will, under normal circumstances, get plenty of resources, but we're going to kick things up a notch because it really is slow going. We're going to go ahead and go to return to title. And we're going to tone down the difficulty even further than we have. I know that I've been making the game super easy. It is for video purposes as well. It really is. We're going to go and increase the farm production amount, though I have so much food that I'm just shipping it out to my outpost bases, and I pretty much never need to use them. But we're just going to go ahead and double that anyways. Resource, this is for the digging machines. 1.25 is default for normal setting, by the way. And more trap time, we'll just make this all half, and these three probably won't matter too much since I don't really visit the base often enough to make use of the shorter times. However, on the downside, it's very noisy in the house now. Okay, I can see from the map that when we had approached these areas for graveyard missions, it's where the survivor tells us, hey, there's a specific item I want from a random sarcophagus out in the woods somewhere. I want it. So we would go out there. We triggered this mission, which is just a fishing manual. It's not a very intricate story mission if you're new to the playlist, but it's just a prompt that the radio says, hey, have you ever thought about fishing? Further down is a desert, and I have prepared some drinks for our crew. Cold drink. We shouldn't need that many, actually. We should probably just need, let's say, 6. And then we'll go ahead and give one to each of our teammates. Follow inventory, drink. Follow our order, switch to next character, exchange. Follow our inventory, drink. And we need to drink one as well. Doping test, obtain 6 food effects. Okay, sure. Now, we'll make them warp to us, but we'll go ahead and drive off. The APC is very slow and does not really traverse the area as well. We'll head over to Emma Thompson, turn in some quests on the way to the next region. It has turned hour 6 just as we approach the survivor shelter. Yeah, these shelters are closed at night to prevent players from hiding in during the waves.
I have a plan. It would be great if you could join me.
The Desert Guardian, this is the first hat that we found of this set, so that's why it became +3. But we've eventually outclassed it by finding other Desert Guardians which were superior to this one. Even though it is +3, it is not as good as the one we currently have. It gives us much more fire resistance. We're going to accept this quest as well. Turn in the similar for the boots, same story. And this gives us much more equipment drop rate, though we will probably still be keeping our current shoes, which are the Victor shoes. Let's go and turn in these grave looting goods as well, just to clear up our quest log. And we won't accept anything at the... Oh, wow. I wonder if this is better than the one I currently have. Well, let me make a save and we'll find out. But yeah, my current shoes are... It's the same shoes we've had before. 50% ranged weapon damage. It's the top of the line for that bracket, but it also has a hefty equipment drop rate upon zombie kill, plus 40%. In addition to one of the most amazing attribute or modifiers is +10 to all stats. We remember that each level up gives you 1 point to spend, and you need, say, 50 in an attribute to get coils to work. Now, I didn't actually need to drink the fire resist potion, I'm sorry, not potion, drink, because my character already has 50% just from having ignition, and then resistance from natural coils, but his gear itself is full of ignition and lightning, because those are the attributes I was focusing on at the time, not for any particular build. He has plenty of natural fire resistance, or not, coiled fire resistance, in addition to his Desert Guardian set. But it's fine. Rage Remover Quest. Okay. Wait for the save to pop up. It shouldn't be necessary, but just in case. There's always a lag when it says...
It's too dangerous outside. Be careful.
But I think that's from the screenshotting. So we're going to go and accept this quest and see what it's like. So my current bow is 174% headshot damage. It has a noise reduction, which isn't that useful to me. It does have some critical rate ability, 5%, so that's nice. The others I could probably do without. I've heard wound reinforcement's really powerful, but I went to a punch dummy and it wasn't anything special when I did actual DPS calculations. Alright, let's try turning this in and see what we get. We get something with even worse headshot damage, but it has a flat +20 damage bonus. It has +10 attention, which, I mean, attention just gives us movement speed, which our gloves actually do a fantastic job of. Even though this reduces my movement speed by 3.4%, because it gives me +30 total attention, +10 from the initial modifiers, and then +20 from the gut massager's red bracketed stats. That gives me more movement equipping this than not having it on. So I think we will probably stay with our old Rage Remover, at least until we find another one to turn in, just so we can psycho out her quests.
Let's hang in there a little longer.
Because I don't know if these guys ever lose their quests. If you, even if we were to accept something, let's just accept this, and then we abandon it. It's still there. Like it doesn't go away. I do wonder if we could farm albino tentacle jumpers by like accepting the quest, killing the guy, and then abandoning it, but I don't really see the point in it, considering the travel time. Okay, let's load and we'll keep our old Rage Remover. Escape is near. Let's head towards the next objective now. The game says it's near, but we have access card fragments 1 and access cards fragments 2. Each look like a piece of a corner access card. I'm going to guess there's at least 2 more dungeons / bosses to deal with. We've only accomplished half. Taking a look at the map. We are... Wow, we are ways away. Okay, stupid boar. Boars, I don't think, are normally aggressive unless you were to hit them, and we've hit them with the motorcycle. Interestingly, if an animal discovers your motorcycle and not you, they will just attack your motorcycle, which is kind of funny. Yeah, that's very far ways away. We haven't even we've only scavenged maybe 4 buildings in the second town, and only the bank in the third town. We're already trying to maneuver to the fourth town because I think this is where the most interesting video content is to be made, is me progressing through the storyline. Although the story so far has sucked, probably is more interesting to watch me chop down trees for an hour. The APC, while much more impressive, it's not fast. It would have more trouble off-roading.
Now you look like a professional zombie hunter.
Quantum physics of materials. Have you heard of it?
You've arrived at the southern desert of Andorra.
The old man in the sea.
Just cut through here. Flip open our map. Hope we don't run into another boar. Alright. Got a fence. We just passed an opening. That's a new zombie. Is that a new kind of ore? That's probably just regular stone. Elephants. Yeah, I remember seeing that when I built the large animal display. We haven't killed an elephant yet. Is that a lion?
Ammunition Encyclopedia. That's the treasure book that tells everything about ammunition.
The volcano is a massive zombie wielding a weapon that spews fire.
So all those little clips you're hearing, those are the side quests the game presents to me. So kill a volcano, find different books. I know the main entrance is on the other side, but I was hoping to find a rear entrance so we could just jump the wall. Not on the motorcycle, so that would be cool. This is what happens when your vehicle gets too off-kilter, is it drops you above it so that you land safely. Let's stay out up here for a second, and we'll summon our teammates. Turn off synthetic looting. Two is normally my bow. I probably don't need to equip my knife at all. I don't know if we'll ever use it. Those guys look a little bit more durable. Man, are you not done with that zombie yet? Wow. Normally they take about 2 hits, if that. But yeah, this is a different area. Oh, flamethrowers, okay. I thought they were kamikaze ones. I mean, obviously getting hit by flames is kind of bad, but we have 100% fire resistance right now, so I don't think it matters. I mean, it might. I don't know. I haven't been hit by one of them yet. Oh, lag. Probably loading the map.
this radar probably hasn't been used in ages. I suggest give it a thorough test.
I don't know what you are, but you probably explode. Yeah, okay, his corpse explodes. I thought, oh, okay, when he fell, I thought, oh, no sparks. Because when you...
If you have a lot of weapons, how about using them as decor instead of just storing them?
You couldn't have given me this quest earlier. Maybe when we were in the base building the display stand.
Shall we take a breather for a moment?
But yeah, when you kill the little crawling zombie that is a fire exploding one, and he dies, he has these sparks that emerge. Bomber zombie with the fire tanks. How'd you get outside? When the bomber zombie runs up to you and is trying to self-detonate, he also has the spark. So I thought when the big fat zombie fell down, it's like, oh, no sparks? I must have been wrong. We need to investigate the radar. Cattle? Fire... Okay.
As expected, the radar is busted. Don't fret it. Fixing it shouldn't be too challenging. Look around. There might be some maintenance information or tools nearby.
Repair trace take. Sergeant Bradley's note take. Acquire the trace. That's what I was trying to pick up in the first place. Dr. David said that he knows how to resolve the situation and needs to return to our homeland. However, the communication equipment needed to communicate with the outside world is damaged. We moved to find repair parts. We obtained silicone and diode from the oil refinery and school respectively and manufactured it as a transmitter in the mine. Now we have moved to the communications room located underground.
Stumbled upon Sergeant Bradley Turner's notes, did we? Seems he was in charge of the communication facility. The transmitter's broken, and it appears he and Dr. David made an attempt to repair it without much luck. But let's not wallow in despair. Building a new transmitter must be the solution. It mentions we'll need silicon and diodes. Let's prioritize finding the silicon first. Supposedly, there's some at a refinery.
Parts at the gas station. You mean gas refinery? Oh, wow, you okay. I mean, alright. We also have the jail quest that we picked up a long time ago. And several book quests that we have found as we drove through the city. Yeah, let's real quick look around this zone.
Have you seen a zombie equipped with a flamethrower?
Alright, so we just need to head due southwest, find parts at the gas station. Location, oil refinery. Alright, it is a gas station in the oil refinery. We'll tell the chicks to wait here. Probably would have been better to do that inside the building.
It's better than walking.
I'm gonna check that out right here. Is this a different kind of resource? Nine stone, 2 small stone, 4 limestone. It is normal. Okay. Just has a different texture. Normally in these survival games, you enter a new biome and you see a new mineral node. It means it's a new type of resource you should harvest. that in the distance? Might be. Kind of a quiet drive. Maybe I should spice it up by hitting the books along the way the game gives me as missions. Is that a bunny next to an alligator?
The desert environment is extreme.
Jeez. Gotcha. I assume that does not count as hunting a small animal.
Feathers from a special desert bird? Just hearing about it sounds intriguing.
Probably those brown buildings right there.
Hey, have you heard about Jack's incredible beanstalk story?
Which I can't climb on the bike. Your character just hops non-stop when he's on top.
In the desert, you can often see eagles flying in the sky.
I feel like I should just chop down some trees or something. Build my way over. Back down this way and see if there's a way inside this wall. Saw this as we passed by, but I didn't want to stop in front of all the zombies. Okay, that does hurt. Summon my teammates. You know what? I wonder. I assume this won't hurt them. Yeah, he doesn't even flinch. I assume you can't blow them up by hitting the fuel tank.
Seems like there's something. If you turn into a zombie, I'm leaving you behind.
It's just data. Sometimes they drop plastic and stuff. That's probably the most reliable source of plastic, frankly. Assume shooting that won't blow it up. Nope. Alright, we need inside there. It's like drop kicking a baby. Well, at least it doesn't cause fire damage, but maybe it's because they also have 100% resistance. Nope, we attracted their attention anyways. Missing everything. One of the reasons why I'm missing so much is I'm trying to left click and hold, because I noticed while I was fighting just a bit ago that when I'm left clicking, tapping it, the camera shakes a little bit because of my mouse sensitivity. So I'm clicking, you sometimes see the mouse shake. But, okay, I'll just hold it down so I don't make anybody nauseous. But then I'm just missing because I'm not actually timing my attacks. Silence. Let's deal with these zombies before we talk to her. Because otherwise they'll be groaning and fighting in the middle of her dialogue. Oh, you managed to get inside. Let's get you guys to just stay still this time. I don't think they can even cross the threshold, even if you're trying to kick them in.
Who are you? I'm Jasmine Taylor. Looking for silicone? There's some right next to me. Take as much silicone as you want from the container. I'm gonna move to a shelter used by the employees of a nearby refinery. The shelter has a lot of supplies. I'll try to survive there until the world is safe again. See you later then. Thank you for saving me.
I assume that even if we could see inside the shelter, you wouldn't see the survivor until you've talked to them. Because if we return to this area, she's the other Emma Thompson, she's gone from the pool area. And since it's a multiplayer game, it's probably just has a flag that the player can view.
The next component we're after is the diode. A school science lab should suffice for our needs. Fortuitously, there happens to be one nearby. Shall we proceed?
Alright, find the parts at the school. Alright, not too far this time. Yeah, you guys stay in here. It's safe here. Let's get back to my bike. I pretty much am maxed on what I can research, so if it's just going to be data, I don't know. We can still sell it, at least. Need to pick up speed if I want to go over the barrier on the cruiser motorcycle. It's not as good as the off-road motorcycle that off-roading, obviously.
It's truly astonishing that predators exist even in such heat.
I wonder if putting my oil derricks down in the oil refinery area will give me more oil. It could be something I test. It may always sound self-evident, but you never know what things a game chooses to include as a mechanic or not. You have to first think about it and then decide whether or not it's worth the effort.
Hey, it's really hard to believe how that Nobel guy came up with such an explosive idea for peace.
That's probably sulfur right there. We'll maybe try mining it on the way out. Whoops, didn't mean to fall. I was trying to see who was growling. Wait. Well, I mean, if they haven't noticed me. Didn't notice that either. I wondered if we could kill one of these bomber zombies with flames. Looks like it. Okay, let's summon my teammates.
Didn't you hear that?
Here they come. I was wondering if we could get inside without fighting them. My teammates apparently are a lot more noisier than I am. I was trying to kick him away from you so you don't take damage.
Time to take a break now.
Alright. Oh, that's not it. That's not even loot right there.
Let's get to the science.
The flamethrower probably does a good job staggering them too, with all the damage I do. My character has all his stats in attack. That guy does not seem to care. Maybe I wasn't hitting him. Man, I'm glad we all drank some fire resist potions, because we probably will take so much more damage from these guys. There's treasure right there. Bunch of attachments, including a new one.
Soldier, among the attachments, there are particularly aggressive ones.
Let's see what these new attachments are like. Electricity generator, 25% shock when
Let's
attacking.
take it easy.
That sounds awesome. Muzzle brake, stability, 25%. Still don't know what stability is. It might be removal of recoil, but a lot of weapons have stability. I don't think this one does, but we have plenty of melee weapons that have stability, I mean, including handles that are only attached to melee weapons that give stability. Let's go ahead and unequip my knuckles, then we'll try attaching this electricity generator on it. We have the clamp instead of the air booster because I don't want the enemy flying away, because that would make it harder to combo.
Alright, now we've gathered all the necessary components, it's time to assemble the transmitter. I've heard there's equipment suitable for this task at the mine. Let's make haste to the mine then. We're running out of time.
Just glancing around for any of the major treasure piles. We can always do a more thorough search off camera. Like this I would consider a treasure pile right here. Even if it's not very good treasure, it's better than some of the other searchables, like the trash can, which can give you an ingot, by the way. And I wonder if the trash cans here would give us better ingots. Okay, we'll just leave them in there. Let's go ahead and tell our teammates to stay put. It may not be able to hop that wall. And let's try mining this and see what it is. Sort my inventory real quick. It is aluminum and sulfur. Okay. According to the map, our next destination is back down southwest. Come on. Okay. We first had to go, we'll say, here or something. Maybe here. We could have gone here first and then this. Because this gave us the silicone. This would have been a much better navigation. Thanks, quest lady.
In the desert, the most threatening animal you should be wary of is not the elephant.
Is there a mutated animal near me? Those are pretty rare, so I'm gonna do a little bit of a circle here, see if we dig it up. It might not be. It might have just been a random trigger that happens as you're passing through zones in the desert. Nothing's jumping out at me. Normally aggressive animals are easy to spot because they just make a beeline towards you. And nothing behind me either, so we'll just keep moving. Yeah, I've only ever found 2 mutated rabbits so far. The first one we got on camera.
Your fishing skills have improved.
Thanks. And the second one I killed and it dropped a worse knife than the one I have. So I loaded and tried to go find it again, but instead in its place spawned 2 wolves instead of the rabbit. There are little spawn nodes for for units, and until you've reached them, they haven't been set in stone yet. Once you've spawned them, even if you leave and come back, they might teleport a little bit distance away when they get placed down again, but ultimately once they've been decided, they stay static. Let's park by this cactus for a second. We are looking for a mine, okay. Later, wolf. That might be it up right there. The first mine we ran into, the aluminum mine, there was a kiosk further inside, and it sells ingots of all kinds. But nothing I want to buy right now. Obviously, a player would want to make it himself, rather than pay what I would assume is exorbitant amounts. Oh, I see it. It's right. I'm right on top of it right now. What are you gonna do when you catch me? Oh, yeah, they must be more durable because it only takes 2 hits to kill a wolf. Or 1 arrow, period. And hopefully I don't need a gas mask for this mine, because I didn't bring any. So what I thought might have been a mutant wolf before, or a zombie wolf, I think what probably was just damaged from other wildlife. Maybe one of my teammates hit it. Some of my teammates. Actually, we're kind of full on inventory. So are those my footsteps? That's cool. I assume it doesn't go deeper than that, even if I were to keep walking around. That is still cool. I wonder if the zombies do that as well. Let me pass.
The atmosphere is off.
Oh, we do have a couple gas masks. Right, let me pass over some gear, though. I'll go and hand her these, and hopefully she doesn't find some ammo on the floor. I'll clear up a little bit of space. We'll also turn on synthetic objects looting, so I don't have to be the one picking up everything all the time. I wanted it off while we were exploring the city because I don't want them running off into the street, attracting more zombies. Since we're entering a mine, it should be okay.
Warm up a bit.
I'm out of submachine gun ammo, so we'll just use this pistol for a bit. I was actually deliberately lining up the zombies to be in my way, so I could shoot them when I was spam clicking. Oh, there's electric shot. visually different, and actually it has a different application than my lightning coils do. You guys kill that guy already?
Bigger challenge.
Ah, alright, it is a chemical mine. Alright, let me see how many gas masks we're carrying. Okay, we just still have the 2, even when I look at my other teammates, so we'll pop on this stability mask,
Why does the equipment quality seem so low?
which will reduce my fire resistance, and could be a problem if we didn't drink a potion. Cola. Sorry, I keep calling them potions. We'll tell Kimberly to stay out here. We'll also kill a couple zombies in the area as well. Because she is weaker than Grace. I haven't spent any of her attribute points yet. Kimberly, you come over here and stand still for a bit. One thing I would like to see is, at least similar to the Dead Rising, which was 10, 20 years ago, have a go there command where you're looking. That would be good. Half-Life did that. Kimberly, up here, please. Stop smashing stuff. Just come up here. I want you safe when we go inside the mine. Okay, that's good enough. Stay put.
Now I'm starting
And
to
we'll
feel
see you in a bit.
energized.
Unless the zombies get us. It attacked me.
Desert animals. Their survival skills are truly amazing.
Okay, got the gas masks on. Let's go.
It seems there's a workstation on the lowest level of the mine, where we can assemble the transmitter. Now, let's carefully craft this transmitter. Everything hinges on this moment.
Give me your sword for a minute. I know that's bad timing, but she has a backup sword. Where did it go? I think she probably... Yeah, she did grab it just as I clicked. Alright, fine. I was gonna upgrade your sword, lady. Just hand it over. I must have clicked at the same time she equipped it. Okay. Exchange. We take that. Parts. Put that on. And hand it back.
The atmosphere is
I wonder if she can use a flamethrower. Probably. I mean, we have flamethrower enemies, so the AI must be there. Anything in this room? Lockers are good loot. They give you bullets. Another electricity generator. Go ahead and... She must be equipped with it for protection. We'll leave her with it for now. If the mine is exactly the same as the other mine, this should be a dead end. Yeah. I wonder if it's the exact same layout. Maybe not. It's probably a pre-designated map node, and they may have just attached it together like a jigsaw puzzle. Okay, the bombers can also be hurt by fire. I like the scorch marks I left on the wall.
In the southern desert region of Atlantis, there's also an important thing.
Is that where we're at right now? Juggle some inventory real quick. Switched out to another flamethrower we had found along the way. It's not better, it's just has more durability. Let's load up this jackhammer and we'll try one of these. See if it's magnesium. Aluminum and magnesium. Okay. Let's light the room. Good old Grace.
Good fighting.
Make sure this is an actual cave-in or something. Oh, nope, we can still go past. Poison gas emitter. Interesting. I wonder which side of the device that goes on. Let's unequip my claws and see. Okay. So I can do poison gas instead of bleeding. I'm not sure which one would be better, but we'll do bleeding because it has a higher chance. Oh no, this is new. We'll go and put that on. It'll turn them purple. I have been able to stack lightning, poison, and fire on lightning, poison, and chill on an enemy all at once. I have never been able to get chill and burning to apply at the same time. I mean, yes, that should be a no-duh, but you never know with game mechanics. Sometimes you can do stuff like that. Considering this place has a chemical damage to us if we don't have a mask, using a flamethrower in it's probably not the best idea. But the game doesn't seem to care, so I won't either. I think she's managed to swing her two-handed sword to hit him while I was drop-kicking him in the air. That's my poison attack? That's a little annoying. It obscures my view, makes a loud hissing sound. Yeah, I don't like it. We're gonna take that off. It does affect enemies as they come in, though. So that's an interesting touch. Maybe I'll put it on my teammate. Well, let's finish the fight before we mess with our claws.
Eliminations are essential items for tempering equipment.
It made my kick emit poison cloud. Your kicks will always be related to your weapon, including damaging the durability of your item. Even though you're obviously your foot, it counts as part of your weapon strength, and thus takes your weapon into account. This looks like a dead end, so we'll check it out first. Coils, the best loot. That must be the way we came from, because I see the bodies. Does this do anything? You can craft a transmitter from here. Okay. Well, it says lowest floor, so I'm kind of curious what's down further. Probably just more ore. He's still alive, I think. It's like clipped into him trying to walk past. When I saw the money briefcase on the floor and I turned the corner, I was thinking the corner was just going to be a dead end. That this was nothing more than a place for the briefcase to be at. I was a little... No, I was not expecting that horde of zombies to be looking at me. And of course, I know I passed up a lot of chests, such as lockers, which give ammo, and I like them. But for the purposes of the video recording, we're just going to keep moving, and I'll go through the place with a fine-tooth comb later. Same deal with the books. Like, I obviously want those books, and I'm going to go get them. But for right now, we are just doing the story parts. Okay, mine is clear. There's just more stuff to pick up. Since I've got a limited amount of recording time, we will not mine this today. Just come back in the future. Go and craft that transmitter. I don't know why the tools have to be down here, but okay. Which will require both the silicone and the diode.
Now that we have the transmitter, let's head to the communication room in the basement. But to access it, we'll need a keycard. I've heard that Sergeant Bradley Turner went to the shipyard trying to escape from this island. If he's still at the shipyard, we might be able to use his card key to get into the communication room. Hoping he got left behind, let's hurry up to the shipyard.
Okay, well, should I hit these on the way? It's going to be a long drive back otherwise. since I've been recording for about an hour and I want to finish the story quest in one episode, we will skip the books for now. We've made it to the surface. We open up our journal. We can see that we are on story quest 9. We started 8 by going into the desert. So I'm going to try to fit all of this in one mission, or one episode. Leave Grace behind, and we'll see you on the way back. Alright, I can see it in the distance. We drove on the southern side of all these towns to get here. I also saw that we found, when we picked up Bradley's shovel, it is a unique item, and I may try to re-roll for this if there's a better one we can get, but plus 5 to all stats is pretty generous. Is it a two-handed weapon? It is a one-handed weapon. Alright, it's Combat Quest 13, but we'll take a look at that in a second. We have found Sergeant Bradley's note. This was just in the journal, it was never actually in the game itself. There are no life forms in the underground bunker other than zombies. It might be wrong to even classify them as living entities. There's no hope left in this place. My brother's preparing a ship for escape at the shipyard. I fled to the shipyard, leaving Dr. David behind in this hellish place. Let's set up a meeting time with Sergeant Bradley at the shipyard. It's a very sarcastic or innocent response to the whole thing. And then we got this one. Wait. It was Combat Quest 13. We must have had this one before. No, it's Combat Quest 13, right? That's weird. Yeah, I just checked the footage, and it said Combat Quest 13 Enhanced Weapon Attributes. Go fire reinforcement plus 50%. It's a very odd way to write that, but sure. We completed Enhanced Weapon Attributes by equipping the Bradley's shovel, I suppose. Element damage is enhanced through the elemental reinforcement stat. Some zombies seem to have resistance to it. Okay. Let's head on down. I'm assuming after this we get his keycard, which leads us to a new dungeon type. And while I'm definitely looking forward to exploring that dungeon type, we probably need to backfill and complete some of these other scavenging things we've put aside. Since we haven't even touched the third town other than the bank. We haven't touched any of these desert towns or the associated books that will unlock new stuff for me. So, after we complete the Bradley quest and before we try this dungeon, I think we will spend a bit of time scavenging. And I'll have at least one episode of that. Some teammates. Hello. Can I set these things on fire? No, not the trees. Trees don't take fire damage. Or, I mean, they might take damage and fall down. I have noticed that when you shoot a tree down, you get all the resources associated with that tree.
Seems like there's something nearby.
I was wondering if you could actually dismember them. Most special zombies you can't dismember until they get killed. I'll help you out, dude. Yeah, he can crawl out now.
Is that the best you can do? That was a slap.
Immediate area is clear. Let's peek inside. Judging from the journal entry, it looks like he's already dead. Given that's a portrait of a guy leaning against the wall. And none of the survivors we've talked to have stayed in sort of any... have done their dialogue in any position other than standing. So I'm assuming there's no, I'm wounded, here's my last words scenario here. Okay, this is not even the right building. That is an equipment chest over here.
This is too much. I need to drop something.
I wonder if that arced to different people or if I just happen to trigger that lightning shock on multiple guys with each swing. Or maybe when you swing, it rolls for that lightning shock and everybody hitting it gets hit. We'll play with it more during the siege night, I'm sure.
We found a lot.
Didn't mean to really pick everything up. It was just habit. I feel like I'm getting further and further away from the objective. Okay, just so you know, the staggering from flamethrower is something else. I wonder if I can even survive if multiple were flamethrowing me at the same time. Okay. The other doors that looked exactly like that, you couldn't open. Right? They look exactly the same, don't they? We'll check. Let me run over this side and see. Yeah, it's got the diamond shape. It's green. I don't see a visual difference other than sort of me deciding to stand here for about 2 minutes looking at the doors. If I didn't just check the door out of, I don't know, not kleptomania. There's a word here I'm missing, but if I didn't just check the door out of neurosis, maybe, I probably would have just walked past it.
I've never tasted anything better than this.
Radar bunker.
Sergeant Bradley, I find myself meeting you as nothing but a corpse in the end. If you had successfully protected Dr. David and reported the vital information to our homeland, perhaps our future would have unfolded differently. But his frail spirit led him to defeat. It seems like a fitting end for him. I would appreciate it if you took this as a lesson to avoid meeting a similar fate, aiming for a more favorable outcome. Now that we have everything we need, let's head to the communication room in the basement and fix that radar.
Advancing the main story will unlock buildings as rewards.
I like how Grace just walks over his body. So the communication room is back southwest. Alright, and that looks like the red of a dungeon. So that'll have to be for the next story mission. There's going to be at least one episode of scavenging. I don't know how many it's going to be, but it'll be however many I feel is necessary to maintain a good sense of coherence in the video, in the playlist. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Tran plays Night of the Dead. Or Day of the Dead. I always feel weird calling it Night of the Dead when I'm playing during the daytime for better video purposes. But, nonetheless, I'll see you next time.